Hello guys, today we have a new episode about a new project. Let me tell you in advance that we have not done this before. This is a very interesting project for us and I think for you. And on the internet I have not seen similar projects. Let's see what kind of car. Yes guys, finally something unusual has come to us. This is a huge powerful 6-liter Hummer H2 and from it we will make a real monster. I must say right away that he came from the factory immediately on 35 wheels. 37 wheels fit here too and do not hurt anything. We even had 37 wheels on limousines. Let's run it to get the butt up because the air suspension and over time it goes down. And then I will continue. Something went wrong. I think the battery is dead. %, battery is dead. Let's go see. This car has a lot of electrical work to do. The battery has died. Very good start of the video. Contacts are very poorly fixed. In general, we go to charge the battery and continue to shoot. The battery is charged, let's launch the monster. Let me tell you what we are going to do with this car, what we will do and so on. The car is rebuilt for off-road. You can say that this car is too big and heavy for off-road. Someone even says that it weighs more than 4 tons. This is not true. According to the passport, its weight is 2900 kilograms. You will say that this is heavy too, but I will say that petrol's off-road Land Cruisers weight more than 3 tons. I wouldn't say that this is a very heavy car. Let's tell you what we will redo. In front, a power bumper will be installed. The client sends a photo and we do exactly the same. There will also be a protection for the radiator grille. Perhaps an arc from the factory. There are 2 different types, but we will get to that soon. We go down below, there is the most interesting. You can see that there is absolutely no space here. Going off-road is pointless now. The car is heavy, without space, 35 wheels, but it rides very badly off-road. Also, if I have no doubt, the front and rear blockings is present from the factory. What axles we will install? We cut out the suspension. We will install portal axles from Mercedes Unimog. Why not Laplander? We talked with the client and realized that it is too risky to install Laplanders for such a weight, and we have a big budget, so we choose a Mercedes ones. We had Mercedes Unimog 416 axles and it's considered diesel axles. Their gearbox consists of 3 parts, the center and 2 halves. that twist together. Those are the most reliable axles, but there are one more U-series, but it's too long to talk about. In general, we will have 416 axles, very wide, 1.7 meters wide. They add 12 centimeters of portal to the car, but they are slightly lower than Laplanders. Wheels. The wheels will be size 42, max is triple-door, we already have them, I will show them to you soon. How are we going to do it? There is a lot of hard work here. Well, we will do this. The frame is present, which means that we will make the special podiums for springs, select springs for the weight of the car. We have experience since we have built limousines for many years, and select the springs for them. It happens that we miscalculate with softness, but this is very rare. We will also choose shock absorbers, but we will also consult with the client on the price. I plan to put radius arms from Nissan Patrol. The rear ones will be discussed with the client. There will be 4-link or 2-link suspension. Of course, 2-link suspension is cheaper and hassle-free. Let's move on. When we put the 32 wheels, we need wheel arch. But the fact is that there are non-factory arches here, and they are wider than the from the factory, but it's good. I think that we will move the front axle forward 5 cm in order to cut less here. Since there is not enough space for a cutting, and we just move the axle.
Хоть немного металла, что вырезать, и там особо ты в салон не залезешь. Здесь же совсем чуть-чуть.
Cut off some of the body and make a power bumper for the wheels.
И тогда впереди подрежем силовой бампер, под колеса сделаем, будет все прекрасно.
Let's go farther.
Значит,
a trunk or a tent is planned on top. This will be further. About bottom, this pipe will be removed, as it is already bent and I don't think it is reinforced. But we will check it. The maximum that we can do with it is to cut it and raise it a little higher, so that there is a footrest. More space is needed from below. The next, we will also install the rear axle from Mercedes. There are 2 logs and those axles are installed on trucks. I think the maximum speed will be 140 km per hour, I think so. However, my green Suzuki Samurai is on the same axles, and I overlocked it to 115 since it has a 2.5 diesel engine. And here is a 6-liter engine with over 300 horsepower. I think that he will cope with those axles. 32 wheels for axles from Mercedes are standard from the factory. The car is already on 42 wheels. We will install the same. Transmission ability is 6.7. There is no written like on Laplanders. Here you need to block and count yourself. At the back, the spare wheel will be removed. It is superfluous in off-road, especially since a power bumper will be installed here, and I would not want to block all this beauty with a spare wheel. Maybe I forgot something from the radio list, but it is very large. For example, we need to make a bed. As I understand it, we need to install a gas cylinder, level the entire surface and allow the rear seats to fold out and create a sleeping place. And the rear suspension is pneumatic. Pillows have been installed and we will remove them. You can write that there will again be an error in software, but we learned on limousines, we transferred all limousines to springs. We will select the springs, make racks for them, calculate everything so that the smoothness of the ride will be good and everything will work perfectly. Since the car is heavy and it will be very good if everything is calculated correctly. And I am 99% sure that there will be no error. Well, it still remains to make a normal view of the car, since everything is already falling off here. The car itself is 2006. There is almost nothing in the cabin for work, except to install new lamps, every little thing. And the most delicious thing is Linux painting. For off-road, it's the best paint. Now it is beautiful hammer in black gloss, but since this car will be some kind of a toy and the owner will want to ride through the branches, forests, etc., he would not really like to scratch it, and Linux cannot be scratched. In Linux coloring you will pass any obstacles without damage to your appearance. Now we will fix some problems. We have a problem with air conditioner. While it is warm, we will go to the guys who are professional with air conditioners and see why it does not work. Let's go! In general, we did not succeed the first time. The guys changed the filling valve, which was almost dead, filled it with Freon, but the compressor itself does not turn on. That is, there is some kind of problem with the electrics. Now we will go to the electrician and we will fix it, but first we will check on our own through an autoscanner. And let's see what errors are. In general, our scanner showed that there are some problems. This is a failure of communication with the climate control. This requires an electrician. We cannot handle it ourselves. We also have an ABS error. The rear right sensor seems to be dead. Something may have happened. We will already sort out the problem in the process of rework. And now the most interesting point is the exhaust. The owner lacks sound. Also, there is a muffler from another company and he grumbles a little, but the client asked us to make a powerful sound because he really liked the exhaust of our Dodge. Now we'll deal with this. If there are catalysts or resonators, we will remove them. In general, we will look at what is needed. Let's go. And now it's time to listen to how the muffler sounds. At idle, let's give gas.
неплохо.
Let's take a ride and see how it will sound on the go.
Будет работать.
I think the client will like it. I think it's good. Let's see what the client says. So guys, this video is coming to an end. A week has passed, something has been done, but it seems to be nothing. We completed the muffler to the end, everything is fine, I like it, a very powerful and beautiful sound. But if the client likes it, because for us this is the most important thing. We found out, but not completely, the causes of air conditioner problem. I will go to the electrician again and we will deal with this problem. It seems to me that this is a climate control unit, since the hatches of the hammers often leak and perhaps moisture has caught it.
Установлен климат. Или через габариты, которые сверху на крыше, сверху, да, они тоже часто подтекают. Мы обычно их садили на герметик.
We will fix this problem, and then the car drives onto our operating table, and we remove the suspension and start installing the Mercedes Unimog Portal axles. Goodbye everyone.